Hello everyone, this is your March forecast with Rabbit and Wolf Divination. I'm Jennifer, and if it's your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. Good to see you. We have deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. Take your time, go ahead and pause if you need to. Choose the deck with your intuition and not just the one that you like the colors on the most or something like that. That's not your intuition, that's your ego. This is supposed to be for the month of March, but if it resonates at a different month, then that was the message for you. Time and space are illusions, and so it's just a matter of how we're perceiving the energy, and deity assures me that they don't perceive time the way that we do. So don't worry about it. If it resonates, it resonates. That's your message. We're going to do Group 1. Group 1's March energies. Okay. Something we've been working on for a little while is falling apart. It's likely around a cooperative relationship. Don't worry too much about it, it says. Okay. We have something's falling down around business or something that you've been working on. It's a very physical thing I'm getting. This isn't just an idea or a concept. This has actual roots in the earth, so to speak, or foundations that you've been working on with somebody. You're not the problem. It says that you have a really steady foundation and you've been putting in the work the way that you're supposed to. It's whoever that you've decided to pair with, they're not reciprocal in the way that you've been hoping. I feel like you initially felt like this person was going to be a lot more hardworking than they've wound up being. They're just not putting in the effort that you are. So you've decided that it's time, or will be deciding this March, that it's time to part ways, at least emotionally, with this person, so that you can do a little bit more business-minded changes and motion. It may just be that you're going to sever the business contract and carry on with a friendship, or something along those lines. Yeah, definitely. You've decided it's not balanced, it's not reciprocal, it's not the soulmate pairing you thought it was for this business, and you're moving on. This individual that you're cutting away, they're a little bit self-centered, probably lazy, they don't like taking action for themselves, and they like dictating. You're not a big dictator. You do a lot of delegation, you're good at it, but she's really, really good at delegation. But she's not bossy about it, she's very kind. In fact, she can actually be taken advantage of. And so the combination of these two characters here say that your good nature and hardworking nature and your ability to delegate tasks has been being taken advantage of by this person that is lazy and thinks that they're better than they are. You've realized that this is an imbalance, and so you're moving towards something that is more balanced for you. It may be a dismantlement of your Three of Pentacles, but you're gaining the Three of Cups, and personally, I think the Three of Cups is a little bit preferable. You've realized that this person is not in your best interest, they're stabbing you in the back, and you're carrying on without them. Because this isn't serving your joy and your fulfillment. You're feeling really stressed and drained and tired. You're not having fun working. See how this guy, he's so happy to be a baker, or an ale maker, or whatever he happens to be, where this guy, he's not finding that joy in that work because he's doing all of the work. You've made the right choice. Don't worry about finding a different venture or anything like that. Just carry forward with it in March. Judgment is here to set things straight for you. So yeah, definitely, if something falls apart in March around a business venture, it's not your fault. Don't feel guilty. It's this other person who's been taking advantage of you. And try to take the lessons from that, not let them or anyone else do that to you again. Okay, Group 1, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that's helpful. And we're going to be going on to Group 2. Hello, Group 2. You're being given challenges by the Moon's Daughter, and you're not completing them. I think that maybe they're a little bit daunting, and so you're feeling intimidated by them, but the issue with that is that if we do not take Lace's challenges, her sister shows up. And the issue with Epona is not that she is unkind, it is that she is very stern, and she's a much more difficult teacher than Lace is. Her lessons tend to come with a lot more casualties and difficulties and challenges along the way than Lace lessons will. And this is really just to make sure that the lesson sticks and you don't repeat it, because it's a very important lesson to learn. But you're not completing the lessons. I'm not sure why. We'll see. Why aren't we having completion in these lessons, fairies? Why aren't we transforming? Being overly perfectionistic. Not fast. Okay. You need to start looking at yourself in a realistic way. I feel like maybe you're looking at other people as trying to take advantage of you or steal from you, and that's not something that's going to work out for you in this endeavor. You're going to need outside assistance because you are taking too much time. Tayton is the fastest fairy in the fairy world. In verse, she's limited, her speed is stopped, and this is being stopped by an over-perfectionistic mindset. You can't create a masterwork without having outside input, because you're the only person looking at it, if that makes sense. And so, if you're the only person looking at it, you're not seeing it clearly for what it is, and so you need that outside help to see what's missing. March is suggesting you're being too pessimistic. There's some sort of project or something Spirit has set you on that you need outside help from, and you're refusing to reach for the outside help because you're being extremely pessimistic about how the help is going to go for you. If we do not envision things going or growing well for us, they just don't. We have 2 cards here indicating connection, and they're both singers. You can't do this by yourself. Whatever you're trying to do requires help from outside sources, and you're not asking for that outside help. I feel like Lace has been throwing these people at you. Like they have just showed up out of nowhere and offered you help, and you have been declining, or politely skirting around the help they're offering. Spirit is trying to create change for you. They're implementing various shining different signs in your physical world that should be appealing to you, but instead, for whatever reason, you're choosing to look the other way. They recommend writing down things that you've experienced, especially this winter, to try and see the sources of creativity that they're trying to bring into you that you're just refusing. You're deflecting them. You're sending whatever Spirit sends back out to them. And they're getting fed up with it. Basically, at this point, they're saying, we're going to barge into your real physical world here, and we're going to make you do it. And that is definitely the energy of Epona, and you don't want her to show up, I'm telling y'all. I really love her. She's one of my favorite fairies, but her lessons are hard. And so I recommend, if you have been being asked by others if that you would like help, or they would like to help you, or they're interested in your project in some way, I think you need to start reaching out to those people a little bit more. They have something for you that Spirit wants to give you. Alright, group 3. What have we got going on for the month of March? Group 3. Oh, new friends in March. That's exciting. You're breaking free of some old patterns and making some new friends. You're doing this because you're doing new things and going new places and really just trying to experience yourself on a whole new level. I don't really think that this involves partying and going out and doing a whole lot of that. You're probably a homebody. And that's fine. You can still meet people while being a homebody. You do book clubs and things like that. But because you're honoring the fact that you're a homebody and you don't like going to dance clubs and you don't like going to a bunch of these social gatherings and things like that, you're actually being able to meet people that think like you do. And nature's really happy to be able to do this for you. This is spirit that's bringing this about for you as well. Lots of blue and purple. So we're just being really, really true, and we're speaking our truth, and we're living it, and we're seeing that truth using our spiritual depth. And this is clearing away a lot of negative energy, including doubt and insecurity in ourselves, because we're not having these people show up that, I just noticed something fun I'll show you inside. We're having these people show up that make us feel good about ourselves instead of feel like we're outcasts and we don't belong. You can see this is the same fairy in these two pictures. She has traveled away from this old way of thinking and found her true place, and she's settling in, and she's just so content. She doesn't have this wishing, sad expression on her face anymore. She's happy while she works on her projects and waits for spirit to bring her whatever it's going to bring her. And we're going to have to be a little bit open-minded when it comes to these new friends and be creative in our way of searching for them, but Spirit is doing a whole lot about teaching us how to do this. This is a new way of thinking that we're not used to, mostly because it's coming from a place of self-love and self-appreciation that I don't think we had before. We've broken away from enemies and people that made us see badly about ourselves, and this is definitely allowing for new, better growth to happen in our lives. These friends that are popping up in March are important. You should see them for who they are and love them because they're important for you. Congratulations, Group 3. This is my favorite of all the groups. That's my monthly preview for everybody. I hope you enjoyed. If it didn't resonate, please feel free to go back and watch another group, or just, maybe I just didn't chime with you this month. I'm sure there's some other readers out there that did some readings that maybe will. If not, feel free to go to my website and purchase a reading there. Or I'm currently doing a special. If you send me a picture of your I voted sticker, I will give you a free mini reading, which is 1 to 3 cards, or I will give you a full reading, which is up to 15 cards, for only $5. So go vote. Send me the proof. Get your cheap reading. Otherwise, I hope you have a really wonderful March. I hope spring blesses you with all sorts of new growth and fertility, and all of your seeds that you planted over in bulk wind up flourishing and growing everything you wanted. I love all of you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.